live from Fly on the Wall Productions, North Main Street. Barry, you got the Aired Out podcast on a feel-good Friday morning, Raylene. Finally, we have made it to the... It was a rough week for you. Was that?
Not really.
Good week?
Wasn't a bad week. It was a week.
Yeah. Hey.
A typical week.
Yeah.
Busy. Always something going on, happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This morning was a rough one for me.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
Was that because you brought home new animals yesterday? New critters?
That was some of it. Some of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that'll teach you.
Yeah. I don't know what got into me yesterday, but I was like, just, I don't know.
A little blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl.
Yeah.
She batted her eyelashes.
Yeah. That does it.
It
man.
went like this.
Yeah.
And then did the little praying hands in front of her.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah. You're my hero.
You know, and in a couple of weeks, they'll be grown up and sneaking into the house and shitting all over the kitchen floor like the rest of them.
Uh-huh.
Little baby chickies.
Fun.
What's going on this morning? Do we know anything about this accident?
I just know that there's an accident at the intersection of the hospital, so CBMC and 62. And hopefully it's cleaned up by now. As of a half hour ago, it still was not, just over a half an hour ago. But I just checked and I don't see any updates.
All right.
So it's possible that they're still doing whatever it is that they need to do, but it did involve a state trooper and a civilian. Okay. Is that how you say it? A state trooper and a civilian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That intersection.
But before we all jump the gun and blame the state trooper, we don't know what happened. Maybe he was going through the light on a green and the other person ran a red light. Nobody knows.
Yep.
Only the people right there know whether or not he had his blues on and was blowing through the intersection. There's so many already.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well,
Let's wait.
we tend to react very quickly, especially on social media.
The end of the story is that intersection sucks. It sucked for years, and they need to do something. And personally, I think it's gotten worse since they took the yield out when you're coming up from Montpelier, when the Barrie and Montpelier merge when you're going up. I mean, that whole thing is you've got cars crossing over each other, and there's no, it's an instant. There's no travel lane to kind of merge in.
That's right.
It's a crazy ass intersection anyway.
It is. And we just had a horrible accident up there a short time ago with several fatalities. Just a matter of...
3 fatalities.
It was a couple of weeks ago. All right. Do we know that... is everyone basically okay?
There's no information as of yet. The only information that is really out there is the first post from the VT alerts, of course, and then the 911 page, which is not resourceful.
Yeah.
The only thing resourceful about that page is the fact that something is happening. Everything else is smut. I'm sorry, but it is. It's terrible.
So
I hate being an admin of that page. It's like a full-time job. People acting like children.
Yeah, I have to be really honest with you. And maybe I should probably save this for off the air, but I agree with you about the Central Vermont 911 page. It has turned into something that is not resourceful.
No, not at all. It's absolutely not resourceful.
And some might say that some might say it's always been like that.
No.
But I think I'm not saying I'm saying that. I'm saying some might say that.
Yeah.
I think we all know that when I say some, Steve Pappas of the Times-Argus would be one of one person that would say that. But lately, when I say lately, I'm talking like for me over the last probably 6 months, it has been. I've noticed that there's a lot of stuff on there, and
yeah, we should change it to Central Vermont Opinions page because that's what it is, and most of the time it's just nothing but nasty opinions and gossip. I mean, they literally. It goes from one extreme to another in 2 seconds.
Yep.
There was a lockdown at Union 32 last week,
right?
For example, and it literally was for an error in the system.
Yep.
Nothing horrible was going on. Within 2 minutes, there was a man with a rifle and the state police were looking for him, and this was happening and that was happening, which caused so many parents to go into panic and try to get to the school. Yeah. And it's just crazy. And I can't keep up with shit like that and work too.
Yeah.
And do my life. Like I'm constantly trying to babysit.
Yeah.
What's happening there? It's
I agree.
It's gross. It's gross.
I agree. And it's also being used as a platform for like people asking questions, where should I get
Use the community fan pages for that or the community pages. There's plenty of them.
Where should I get some landscaping done or whatever?
Right.
It's like it's
yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of work. We need to tighten it down, dial it back, literally just go on a deleting fest.
It used to be a great resource with accurate information that was done with level heads.
Yeah. Well, and then the level head part has gone right out the window, too. The number of people willing to post pictures and identifiable addresses and names and shit like that blows my mind.
Yeah, agree. Yeah,
like
it's unbelievable.
What is wrong with you?
I know.
Anyway,
AAA is predicting this is going to be the busiest start of summer in nearly 20 years. We've got this crash up at the hospital, the top of the hospital hill this morning. That we're talking about, we're following, but man, it's like, please drive carefully. Jesus.
And it's a holiday weekend. It's going to be very busy.
43.8 million people are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home between now and Monday, says the Transportation Security Administration and AAA. 3 million people passing through airport checkpoints today alone. 3 million.
Crazy.
Just today. Imagine working at an airport. God, well, that job suck.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to.
It's gonna be a really busy summer. They're saying not just Memorial Day weekend here, but 271 million travelers going to be flying alone, not just driving, just flying between June 1st and August 31st. And that breaks a record of last summer, which was a record. So anyway, and again, that's just flying. So be careful, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you're going, who you're going to be with. And I'll tell you, if you're going to be out on the water this weekend, please don't consume alcohol and drive a boat. You want to have some hooligans on board with you who are, doing that. That's one thing. But don't operate a boat.
Or a car or anything with a motor and
Right.
that you need to drive. Just don't do that. There will be checkpoints and all kinds of other things happening over the weekend as well.
That's right. Everywhere. I mean, if you want to get hammered and get behind the wheel, maybe make it your lawnmower. You know?
On your own lawn.
On your own lawn.
Because you can get a DUI trying to take it to the store for more beer. We've had that happen in Vermont many times.
Oh, not just Vermont, but like everywhere.
I know. I'll just get on the lawnmower. I'll take the good old John Deere.
Yeah, they
or
can't
the
stop me.
Craftsman
Oh my
down
God.
to the local. Yeah.
Hey, today is the Friday the 24th. You know what that means? That means that tomorrow is Saturday the 25th, which is the deadline, Raylene, if you want a free gift over at Vermont Quick Lube and Car Wash.
Yes.
They are open tomorrow
Until 1 o'clock.
until 1 o'clock for oil changes. Mm-hmm. Today till 5, I think.
Right. For quick lube. You could go in, get windshield wipers changed, things like that too. Easy, quick stuff.
Yes.
Not the, the quick service, not the
Right.
all full on do a brake job on a Saturday thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And they do those jobs, but for now, today and tomorrow,
Yeah.
if you're going to get a quick lube, which I did just, I don't know, a week and a half ago, something like that. Andy and I
Today,
rode through there.
you could pull in there for anything.
Sure.
Because it's Friday. But Saturday is more of a quick lube
Yes.
day.
Of course.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say, hey,
Aired Out sent us.
Aired Out sent us. I heard Aired Out talking about you. I understand that you're going to give me a free gift. What's the deal? What's going on?
Right.
And Craig Premont, who's the manager, is going to come over to your car and he's going to give you a free gift.
Yes.
And it could be a percentage off your bill. Could be a percentage off a future oil change. It
Yeah.
could be a car wash. It could be a list of anything. You never know.
There's a whole list of stuff.
Could even be a bucket of wings cooked up by Jacob Roy,
Oh, gosh. Now that would be a hell of a prize.
master chef. Guy's amazing.
He is amazing. And his wings are, oh,
And if you even want to say, and it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, woman, man, doesn't matter. If you want to say to Craig, hey, I understand that in addition to my free gift, I'm also going to get a little on the cheek. He might give you one. Even if
I'm going to have to call him and tell him that you're telling people this.
even if you're a guy, I mean, even if you got a full beard, it doesn't matter. He'll give you a
For the
little
love of all things.
peck on the cheek. But anyway, that's what's happening today over at Vermont Quick Lube.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. Yes.
Yes.
And that's the
tomorrow
deadline for
is
that.
the final day. Today's National Poppy Day.
What's
We
that
all-
mean? Like poppy seeds?
No, poppy.
Poppy. Flowers,
Memorial
the
Day
flowers.
weekend, the
Thank
flower, the veterans, the whole gamut.
You know what Glenn Brummer's saying right now? God, JD, you really pull your head out of your ass, would you please? God. Right?
Yes.
Yes, of
I
course.
I thought everybody knew what National Poppy Day was.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, it's the red flower, right?
Yes.
Isn't it red?
Yes.
Have you seen the official Beetlejuice trailer for the new movie?
I have not.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Of course, shot right in Corinth. We'll put it up. We'll put it up on the page today for those of you that haven't seen it yet. But when they were filming it last summer, it was just so weird how that town was just transformed. It looked so beautiful. It looked like this little quaint, I mean, and it is a quaint New England town, but it just looked really nice what Hollywood had done with it. And I know it was all
Of course.
just a facade. I understand that and part of the set, but it was just amazing to have that done just a few miles down the road. What do we have going on in Vermont news?
Well, there really isn't a lot, thankfully. There are a few things, but not a a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Let me
Well, we have
scroll here to this page.
We have Governor Scott and the Vermont National Guard holding a memorial ceremony for Gold Star families.
Yes.
That's wonderful. We posted up this story about the Plattsburgh mayoral candidate, Dan Lennon, who's on administrative leave and facing a criminal investigation.
And we have Governor Scott signs the state budget with some criticisms and vetoes the renewable energy standard bill.
Okay. All right.
So we have that going on as well.
There's a lot of bills coming out. And some vetoes.
This one I thought was interesting. New York, not Vermont. Yes, we do that, and it's okay. The owner of 7 unlicensed cannabis shops in New York, whose promotion included an Easter egg hunt, has been fined more than $15 million after state officials complained he repeatedly ignored notices to stop operating without approval. Holy shit. Wow. There is a state Supreme Court justice in Lyons, New York, imposed the fine against David Tully on Wednesday. Acting Justice Richard Haley penalized Tully 90% of his gross sales for February 2022 through May 2023, as well as $10,000 for each day he operated without a license.
Holy shit.
That's not a slap on the wrist at all.
Nope.
I mean, that is a holy shit, don't mess with me thing, and sends a very loud message.
Yeah. About time a judge actually, throw the book at somebody.
And that's a big damn book. That's no little bit. The guy's, of course, going to appeal the fine and has all kinds of things to say about it. But
this was in Plattsburgh?
No, Lyon, New York. So, I mean, everybody's got to follow the rules, and especially if we want to keep cannabis sales a thing, if you need to register and license and do all of those things, and, he's getting pissy about the rules. Hey, buddy, just be grateful that we have those rules and we're able to do it. There was a time where it would have been totally illegal and a lot more would have been happening to you than $15 million fine.
Right.
I mean, even though that is a little bit steep and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, and then right here in Williston, Vermont, sad news. We have Vermont state police say a man jumped off an 89 overpass. They say an unnamed 22-year-old male jumped off the bridge above Route 2 in Williston, where exit 12 sits. The man was transported to UVM Medical Center with minor injuries. Thank God, just minor injuries.
Wow.
And I hope he gets the help he needs.
Now, there was also wasn't there a story about that a car went off a bridge or something?
That was 911.
Okay.
Yeah, a glorified, over-the-top,
different story,
ridiculous story.
Different bridge.
Yes,
okay.
Like the whole thing was.
What was that? What was the truth about that? Do we know?
Somebody hit a guardrail.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it went from one extreme to another. Just another product of that page going sideways in about 3 seconds with assumptions and no one that was actually there around the scene.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the 35th Vermont City Marathon just days away.
Yeah.
That'll be kicking off.
Yep. Where's that going to be?
Right in Burlington.
Oh, yeah, Burlington.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's where it always is, the Vermont City Marathon.
I've been training for that.
The every Memorial Day weekend, 26.2 miles.
Yeah. I couldn't do 26.2 miles on my bicycle now.
Well.
And they're running?
And I believe that World Cow is going to be at my friend Scott Sweeney's again this year.
Awesome.
DJ will not be there, but I believe the cow is going to be there for that again this year, which is awesome. I love that we were able to make that connection in 22, I believe, when DJ said, he reached out and he said, do you know anybody? And I said, I do. I know somebody that sits right there, and they hooked up and they've become friends, and that's where the cow sits during the marathon.
We got to get DJ Perry back on the air.
Yes, we do.
We've had him on twice. And
we absolutely do.
We got to get him back, man. World Cow is just, I don't know how it could explode any more than it already has worldwide. It's just amazing. I see that Burlington has. You're going to love this, Raylene. Glenn's going to love this, too. Stacy might also. Burlington has launched a new web platform to tell you when it's safe to go swimming in Lake Champlain. Mm-hmm. Like safe temperature-wise? Or safe the blue-green algae?
Mm-hmm. Or septic, or I mean, they've had to close it down for that too. Raw sewage, all kinds of things. I don't know.
I went up to Sandbar Beach last summer, and the algae blooms. Oh my God! These giant green chunks of slime. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Amazing. It was disgusting. Disgusting. So, yeah, I guess before you go into Lake Champlain, you got to check the web and see, is this beach safe? Is that beach? I don't know. And I just, what's going on? Oh my God, Raylene.
I know.
Really? Does it come to that?
Apparently.
Oh, it's horrible.
I want to, this morning, I think that we should give a big final shout out to, I guess not final because we do have next week as well, but a big shout out to Tim Bolton and his team over at Delicate Decadence. They will be closing on the final day of the month. Get over there, say hi, grab some of the most amazing chocolate chip cookies or cannoli or lemon squares or whatever. Bid him a farewell and a good luck and, a pat on the back for being an amazing part of this community for many years, because he was, he was here long before he was in the Blanchard block.
That's right.
And what he has brought us over there is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
I think a place to have breakfast, a place to have lunch,
Yeah.
to have events. He has opened up his space and his heart to many community events.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to kids.
Yep.
And special kids with needs and
With special needs, yeah.
I mean, he's just been a huge part of this community and will be deeply, deeply missed.
He's also given some work opportunities, some job opportunities to folks with some developmental disabilities and
all walks of life,
which a lot of people are just simply not
unaware of.
Well, not only not aware of, but let's just say it like it is. There's a lot of business owners that are just not willing to do that.
Right. They don't have the patience, the time, or the desire to do such a thing. And what Tim has done for the community, he does very quietly.
Yep.
Many have no clue the amount of food that goes out of that bakery on a weekly basis that is donated. To different churches and
Yes.
organizations throughout
What was the
Washington County.
What was the name of that program? I can't think of it, but it's all right. If I
That
can't.
Everyone Eats?
Everyone Eats.
But he was not a part of that.
No, there was
He
another one.
did it out of the kindness of his heart.
And I saw him. Like
He'd
loading-
load that wagon
He had a
up.
wagon. He would load it full of food and bring it out to his car, and he would just drive it around.
Yeah, and he would pack and several times, and he would bring it to the different churches and different events throughout Washington County, and many didn't know because he wasn't asking for that praise. He didn't care if anybody knew. He just did it because that's who Tim is.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he people believe that he's rough and grumbly and can kind of get pissy, but I love him to pieces. But that's probably because Tim is a lot like me. He just says it like it is, and if it hurts your feelings,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
It's-
is a better day, and maybe you'll agree with something I say. And he holds no
Grudges or anything.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Gonna miss the bakery items. Gonna miss the muffins. Gonna miss the carrot cake. Gonna miss the cannolis. Gonna miss the
Yeah.
breakfast. The list goes on.
Yeah.
The coffee.
And the
everything.
atmosphere, everything about it.
The Wednesday night dinners. Gonna miss that. Enough. We're
Right, and no more baked potatoes.
yeah.
The worst.
We're going to we're going to lose something here in the Granite City that was awesome. Tim's going to retire.
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Well, retire from the bakery. He's by no means going away. He does have he will be taking a position for a little bit, just to they're friends. So La Pontiata
Yeah.
has asked him to manage their facility for a little bit,
Okay.
and he's going to do that for them.
All right.
And
And
yeah,
He's-
and then go from there. He is.
he makes it clear that he's a dad first over all things.
Yes, and he's very talented. He's very educated. Has done many things in this world and life besides baking and
Yeah.
cooking, and so no doubt that he'll. I was hoping he'd run for state rep or something.
Oh dear Lord.
Just saying.
I'm saying
We need people like that aren't
afraid
afraid.
to speak.
Exactly.
Call it like it is. Even if you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barry's Hometown Bakery closing their doors in just a few days. So get
Go
over
out.
there.
Support him.
Go there today. Go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And next week, and let's and just give him a kudos and a thanks, and his staff.
Yep.
Ken's amazing.
Ken's great.
All of them are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Want to say happy birthday today to Cody Allen. He'll be up at the Battle in Barry Saturday night. God, I can't believe that's tomorrow night. Gage Perkins, Romano Medina. Not sure if he'll be up at the Battle in Barry tomorrow night at all, but what a fighter. My God. Let's see. Willem Lang is on the birthday list today. 89 years old. Wow. Robert Edson is 37. 45 for Elizabeth Kennedy Patskowski. Let's see. We have Jay Craven, 65 years old, the film producer, and Stacy Carteret is on the birthday list today. Saw Stacy, by the way.
Happy birthday.
You know where I saw Stacy last?
Where?
Yeah, I have to ask her. No,
Okay.
I saw her. We were in a kayak. She wasn't in my kayak. I was in a kayak, but it's a long story. But
Okay.
I just saw her the other day, which was nice. Is there anything else going on in Vermont news? I'm just
Not really the
glancing
news.
here.
I mean, there's not a lot more in the news. There's a lot going on in Vermont, though, and all around Vermont all weekend long for the Memorial Day weekend. Of course, there are parades, there's sales, there's flea markets, there's all kinds of barbecues and things going on. A lot of free events, a lot of music, and just gathering.
Ron Tallman, I bumped into, I don't know, three weeks ago or so. I gotta get on your radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, it's a podcast.
Yep.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yep. About their upcoming parade on the 30th?
Yes.
Yes.
It's on the 30th.
They
which
always
is,
do the actual Memorial
the
Day.
traditional
Yes.
Memorial Day on and a lot of people are like, well, why are you doing that?
They always do.
I
It
gotta
doesn't
work
matter.
and blah, blah. Yeah, they,
Yeah.
that's why. So if you miss it, you miss it.
Yeah. Well,
What
you
day
won't.
is
But nobody will miss it because we'll be live.
I was gonna say that's
So no one needs to miss it. That's the actual Memorial Day. That's when it's held. That's when it's always been held. It's not a barbecue party. That happens on the weekends.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. It's a holiday weekend, so that's what people do. They open up camps, they gather, whatever. But Memorial Day, the actual Memorial Day, is the 30th, and that's when it will be celebrated
all right.
for its actual intended purpose.
The parade.
So, yeah, I agree with them 100%. They do a beautiful ceremony every year. People speak, and I agree.
Okay. I'm just glancing here. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that's going on. You're right. I mean, Vermont, it's kind of quiet right now. We got the NCAA. Heard about this morning, signing off on a deal that would change the landscape of college sports and paying student athletes $2.8 billion to settle a host of antitrust claims. The NCAA and the nation's 5 biggest conferences announcing this last night. So, $2.8 billion. What do you think? You think the nation's biggest colleges should be paying their student athletes? I mean, you got.
Why not? We pay their loans. I mean, right?
That's a cowbell right there.
No, in all seriousness, no.
Okay.
For me, it's a few different reasons, and the biggest being too much, too fast. And as someone who money can do crazy things and it can change you, and when you're in college and you don't have a lot of responsibilities and you're doing those things, for me, it's that's a bigger gateway than marijuana will ever be. Especially with that kind of money.
That's an interesting way to look at it. And I'm sure there's plenty out there, and I'd love to get Chris Autry on this, and I'm sure Lori Shepard's going to be talking about this on the Four Quarters podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty that are going to be saying, these athletes bust their ass. I mean, they're very, 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 very talented to be able to be doing what they're doing, and a lot of them come out of this and go into the professional sports sector.
Right, but can we just have a few more years of doing it for the love of the game and not the almighty dollar? Because then you work hard to get those scouts and get those offers from teams, and it's okay if you work hard.
I wonder how And I would love to see some more comments on this. Patty saying they're getting free rides to colleges to play.
Mm-hmm.
Which is most often, if not all the time, the case.
Mm-hmm.
Great point. I mean, there's your pay.
Yeah.
For some. I don't know. I'm trying to think of this. I'm trying to think of all sides here to this instead of just one-sided. But that's a great point. A lot of these very talented student athletes are running on a full scholarship.
I just think it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I mean, when you think about college, what do you think about?
Well, I'll tell you right now,
and raising hell,
right.
and everybody says, "Oh no,
right.
if you're an athlete, they don't do that. They buckle down. They, whatever, because they don't want to screw up, get kicked off the team or this, that." I don't believe any of that.
Yeah.
I just don't. It may be the case for some, but certainly not all. And I just think it's dangerous.
When you when you're pulling in, when you're in your 20s and you're pulling in big number dollars,
Dangerous.
what do you it's not like you're going to be tripping over yourself to invest it in something super listen. And my brother would probably be pissed at me right now for saying this because some will and some do, and some people are
right. We're not saying all.
very responsible with their money.
Some
but
are.
There's a lot of others that are going to go out and buy some Lamborghinis and
and Coke.
Or whatever.
And God knows what.
Or whatever, and just piss it away. I mean, you're in your 20s, you're having fun. I just wonder how this whole agreement's going to work.
Yeah.
I wonder if will it do anything to level the playing field, or will it make rich programs even richer?
Of
and
course.
I think Lori Shepherd's got to talk about this. She has to.
I'm sure she will.
And
she'll be back Wednesday. She'll be on Wednesday night.
All right. And here's another question. Will women be compensated fairly? I mean, these are all questions that need to be brought up. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be paying attention to this. Mm-hmm. And I want to hear more about this. I forgot to mention, I'm just getting a note here, that it's Bob Dylan's birthday today.
One of my oldest son, Kyle's, Bob Dylan is his all-time favorite. He went to see Bob Dylan with my dad in Montreal when that was his first experience with pot. He didn't smoke it. He just came home reeking of it, and he kept asking, "What is that smell?" And he was 7 or 8 when he went.
Oh my God. 7 or 8.
Yep. But he knows every Bob Dylan song there ever was, and he can sing. He loves Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Alison Krauss and Bob Dylan, when he was younger, were his favorites.
Alison Krauss is amazing.
But
tell Kyle.
Camping.
And Kyle, doesn't he listen to the podcast on
Yes, he does.
On YouTube?
Yes, he plays it in the barn when he's doing chores, and like when he's brush hogging or fencing or something, he'll put it on in his earbuds. Yeah.
Or it's just sitting around on the couch.
Yeah, which never happens.
Eating a bowl of cereal for dinner and just lounging around all afternoon.
Yeah, never happens.
Nothing to do.
He just had some really beautiful babies. Oh my gosh.
Calves?
Yes.
Can I bring Lily over there?
Of course you can.
All right.
Of course you can.
Today?
I'm sure.
Can I take one home?
Possible.
Thank you. That's what I.
It is possible. You could load one of the little boys right up in the car and take him because Kyle doesn't keep boys on the farm because he's a dairy farm and boys don't produce milk.
Right. They don't?
Oh, for Christ's sake! No, you're not.
Kidding.
No, you're not.
So I could get a little fluffy blanket, put in the back seat, and bring one of the boys home.
There's no reason why you couldn't.
Do I have to ask Sherilyn's permission first?
Do you ask her for permission for anything?
Never.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't yesterday
I'm sure
when
not.
I brought home the baby chicks. Didn't when I brought the dirt bike home.
You'll have a
for
new
Lily.
lawnmower.
Bob is what? What?
I said it's your new lawnmower.
What do you mean?
The cow.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
got you.
for God's sakes.
Patty's
You did
saying-
have a bad morning, didn't you?
Yeah. Patty's saying I should do it. It's because you don't live with me, Patty. That's why you're saying that. Make sure you tell Kyle that Bob
Just
Dylan.
don't let the cow in the house to shit on the floor, too, okay?
Oh, it will come in the house.
Yeah, I'm
It'll
sure
be
it will.
It'll be in bed with us.
Tell
Make
Kyle what?
Make sure that you tell Kyle that Bob Dylan is 83 years old today.
He probably knows.
Really?
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle is 80 years old today. What was that Patti LaBelle song?
Don't know.
Oh, come on. Can someone please help me out here? Lady Marmalade was one of them. Patti LaBelle. That's going to drive me nuts for the rest of the day.
Oh,
anyway,
for God's
sorry.
sakes, I'll Google for you.
No, I'll get it at some point. Patty O'Neill will help me out with the Patti LaBelle song.
All right.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just. What's up with the weather? Have we heard from Roger Hill? Do we know anything? that's
I
going
haven't
on?
heard from Roger Hill. I heard it was going to be a fair weekend.
All right,
Let's see.
I'm checking here too.
If you only knew, On My Mind,
Oh,
New
yeah.
Attitude, Stir It Up,
Yeah.
You Are My Friend, If You Asked Me To, Oh People, Over
Okay.
the Rainbow, Somebody Loves You, Baby,
Yeah.
The Right Kind of Lover, Love, Need, Want, Walk Around Heaven, Lady Marmalade,
Yeah.
Music Is My Way of Life, Got to Be Real, My Love, Sweet Love, You'll Never.
Oh, Sweet Love.
That's what you're
That's
thinking?
it right there. Sweet Love.
Okay. Okay.
That was gonna just kill me. Sweet Love. Yes. Okay. We are at what is it right now? 67 degrees already in
Yes.
Barrie. Damn.
Yes.
67 degrees. And it looks like, let's see, partly sunny today. 74 is where we're going. Tonight, clear skies. Whoa. Lows down around 44. Boy, that's some low humidity, isn't it?
Yes,
And then-
that's good. That's
Yeah.
perfect sleeping weather.
Open the windows. Yes,
Love
it is. Tomorrow, Saturday, 74 and sunshine. That's just perfect. And Sunday, I think Saturday's going to be the better of the two. Sunday, they're saying clouds. Some sun, though, maybe a pop-up rain shower depending on where you are, and 77 for the high. Monday, the 27th, if you have the day off, cool front coming in, 66 rain showers. 66 and rain showers.
Well,
Yep.
it can't be perfect every day.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
You just make the best of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Do
if you're-
other things on Monday then.
If you're doing a road trip, if you're going anywhere this weekend, you know, try to get along in the car. A lot of people can be in the car for a long time. And we get pissed at each other. We refuse to ask for directions.
I don't know how you can't get along. You put your friggin' earplugs in when you get in the car.
Put the earplugs in, and I put the foot out the window. Give
I
give
heard.
Sherilyn plenty of criticism, driving too fast, a little bit of road rage.
I'd throw you in the goddamn trunk.
Can you imagine doing a road trip with me?
No, I absolutely I cannot.
That was a fast no.
1 hour a day, love. 1 hour a day.
That was such a fast
right here
no.
in our little bubble.
You didn't.
That's
even,
it.
You didn't even have to think about it. You were
No.
just like no.
No. Not doing that.
Get going with me. I would tell you one story after another. I'd rip a little gas.
Look at the flags blowing in the wind.
Yes.
Aren't they beautiful?
They are beautiful.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
It's a beautiful
I
morning
wish
out there.
I could open my windows. We were just talking about open your windows. I can't open my bedroom window.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. We bought the house. Some of the windows work. Some of them don't. Some of them, if you open them, they would literally fall apart.
Yeah.
But Don Smeedy's coming. He's putting all brand new windows in the house.
Is he?
Yep.
Excellent.
They should be here anytime now. And I cannot wait.
Yeah.
We've lived there almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And I have not been able to open my bedroom window.
That would have driven me nuts.
It drives me crazy.
Put a hammer through it.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I bet. Just one more reminder, and Patty posted it up, avoid Fisher Road at the Hospital Light intersection. We were talking about it early this morning, right at the beginning of our podcast this morning, a big car accident.
So it is, it's still a mess there, Patty?
Yep, I'm guessing.
Wow. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Glenn has a great point. And can I just say this?
Absolutely.
Why go anywhere
agree.
on Memorial Day weekend?
I agree.
We live in Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
Get the kayak out. Go to Ricker Pond.
Mm-hmm.
Do some nude sunbathing somewhere.
Please don't.
Have a great Memorial Day weekend, everyone.
Oh.
Battle in Barrie. Tonight, up at the auditorium, it's media night. Come on up there, starting at 5 o'clock. Meet the fighters, take some photos, see the weigh-ins, have some fun. There's going to be music and good times and great entertainment. It's absolutely free for all ages. And then tomorrow night is the big fight. Battle in Barrie 13. Doors at the auditorium opening at 6. Fighting underway at 7 o'clock. Do not miss it. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. Raylene, thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Have a
We
great
will
weekend.
see you all on Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday.
Be safe. Have fun.
Wait a second. Hold on.
I did not say that.
You said it.
No, I didn't. I
No,
said,
you said it.
we will be here next Tuesday. We will see you next Tuesday.
You said see you next Tuesday.
I did say see you next Tuesday. That's the way I feel about you today.
You said see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I said, JD.
Holy shit.
You keep pushing my button.